Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to take a trade on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about why we're taking that trade and where we're going with that. I just finished a webinar for the members about the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and it moves into and out of correlation. And this is a really interesting phenomenon that doesn't necessarily occur with every single currency pair or every, whatever. But there's a really interesting phenomenon here with the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar in particular. And I wanted to show you exactly what we're up to. So I'm going to move the microphone over here and the camera over here, and we're going to just do some screen capturing business here. All right, we're at the 800 period simple moving average right there. Now, what's happening is we are moving away from that 800 period simple moving average. Now, what's happening when that occurs is that the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar are highly correlated, and they are beginning to move in the same direction. And it is very likely that now what will happen is that the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar will move higher and possibly touch that top of that Bollinger Band. So once we're done recording this video on my phone, what we will do is I'm going to go ahead and buy the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We're going to see if we can ride that upward to the top of that Bollinger Band. Now, this is the beginning stages of what I think is a really great idea for trading the correlation between the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar, which, as I mentioned, was a big webinar this morning for members and is probably going to turn into one of the next robots that we do. And tomorrow, we'll take a look at and see how this trade turned out and whether we've made a good decision or a bad decision. If it doesn't turn out well, I'll just dump this thing and we'll move on to the next idea for a trade. But come back tomorrow, we'll see how this whole thing turns out.